Oh, now I am excited, guys. Finally, Sorare Data have got game weeks back on the lineup builder. Now, match days and the Global Cup and the World Cup has been great, okay? We're all watching the same games. We're all playing with the same cards. It's fantastic and it's a lot of fun, right? But I'm not winning anything, and I can't wait until game weeks come back. Celtic are back on the pitch, and as well as all my other cards that have been on this international break, I can get them back on the pitch, kicking ass and taking names. One of the things I love doing here on the channel is looking as far into the future as I can on Sorare Data lineup builders to make sure that I've not got any missing pieces of the jigsaw. Is there any details that I think maybe the market has overlooked that I can maybe jump on? As well as just setting goals and expectations for the club, kind of realising the players I've got, how much utility I'm likely to have, and, you know, setting your kind of expectations accordingly. In the video today, what I'll be showing you is all the key game weeks over the next 2 months for when different divisions come back, as well as any hints, tips or tricks that are going to be useful along the way. At any point in the video today, if you laugh, you learn, you like something or whatever, please do like and subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble, and let's get stuck into it. SorareData.com. If you haven't already paired up your Sorare account, you do that as well, and then you hit on your name here in the top right, scroll down to lineup builder, and then as you can see with this drop down menu in the top right, you can see as far into the future. You can plan your teams for as far in advance as possible. At the moment, we've got all the way up to game week 340, which is at the end of January. The final match day of the World Cup is match day 7, which will be the World Cup final, maybe the third place playoff as well. We've got the return of Scotland, of course, the SPFL. We'll also see some championship players in action, as well as some other Division 2, La Liga 2 players, that kind of thing. But from the very first game week, we have the return of Belgium as well as Turkey. We've got a bit of Premier League action, and on top of, you know, the leagues that we carried in from the last one, from match day 7, coming back into the first game week 330, there's going to be lots of competitive teams getting rolled out, and it's going to be like the World Cup never happened. We roll in at game week 331 and we get the return of Ligue 1, the French football's back, and La Liga, the Spanish football returns. So straight away, we're 2 weeks in, and Champion Euro and Challenger Euro has got like maybe half of its contingent up and running already, and we're not even at New Year yet. We get back-to-back game weeks for some of these divisions, but then when we come to game week 333, the only fixtures that I'm catching is Turkey and Italy. Now, I think it's wildly underestimated how quickly Italy return from their winter break, and it is like 3 game weeks in from the post-World Cup session. I don't think it's that far at all. And the Turkish utility is ever present all the way through this period, and I still feel that that's really undervalued. But game week 333, if you get Serie A players, particularly Serie A and Turkish Super League players, this is a game week made in heaven for you. In game week 335, we only have French football, Ligue 1 and Ligue 2. So that's 2 midweeks in a row where we've got very little action already in the new year. Game week 336, which is right in the middle of January, is when we see the return of the Eredivisie, which is one of the most powerful challenger divisions on Sorare. That's just over 4 weeks away. It's not that far at all. And this is one of the divisions that people were thinking would take forever to return. The way these game weeks are going to knock out, guys, this will be on us before you know it. And then in game week 338, which is the second last game week in January, we get the return of the Bundesliga as well, which rolls then into a midweek where Germany and Holland are the only divisions that have any fixtures, with a little bit of Serie A as well. So that's 3 game weeks that we've found. 2 of them involve Serie A, and a few of them are involving the French. Right at the end of the month, the Germans come in for one of those sneaky midweeks as well. And then we finish up January with the return of Argentina, Croatia, and Mexico. So once we get to the end of January, Champion America again is up and running and has some vibrancy in it as a region. Now, one of the things I find the most interesting about looking at, you know, the next 2 months on Sorare Data Lineup Builder for me personally is that a lot of my cards, I can actually get a lot of utility in back-to-back game weeks and a lot of these quieter midweeks at the early part of the festive season. But one thing I notice is that as much as my teams are going to get stronger as the festive period goes on into the new year, so will all yours and so will everyone else's. So I'm really focused in on going through these lineup builders with a fine tooth comb. I've already went through them 2 or 3 times and built what I think is like optimal teams given the on the face of it, the fixture and whatever that's going on. And I'm then starting to peel back the layers and see, well, okay, well, if I had an extra goalkeeper, what would that activate for me? If I took a goalkeeper away, what would that do for me? And then I'm doing that for all the positions that are through my squad. And then once I come to some conclusions over the next couple of days, I'm going to be going into the market and strengthening my team with what little I need for the game weeks that I have targeted as my best opportunity for success over the next 2 months or so. The last time we done this was right at the beginning of the season, and I hoped that my Challenger Super Rare team would have got a couple of podiums, and I don't know if I quite hit my goal, but we definitely got on the podium at least once, if not twice. We done pretty well. So I always find taking the time and taking the due diligence to really look through the lineup builder with my cards, with my squad, who are they actually playing at the same time as each other, etc., is such a high value activity on Sorare, and it cannot be done without Sorare Data. So again, I tip my cap, and I thank those guys for all the hard work and the great effort that they put into their website. Let me know in the comments section what game weeks you're going to be tackling, what cards you've got are going to become super powerful in game week 333 or whatever it might be. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Don't forget on your way out to subscribe, like, share, and retweet, and all that good stuff. Stay out of trouble. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.